This video will demonstrate the safe operation of an outdoor oven in the City of Toronto Park. An outdoor oven must be booked in advance of the date that you wish to use it. The application form is available on the City of Toronto website, and a client services representative is available to answer questions Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. by calling 416-396-7378. Press 2 for parks, and press 2 again for fire pits. After obtaining a permit, you will need to make arrangements with the park supervisor to pick up the keys required to unlock the outdoor oven. Outdoor ovens in city parks are locked when not in use to avoid damage and/or vandalism. A variety of tools and utensils are needed to clean the oven and to get food in and out of the oven safely. The following tools and utensils should be at your event: a hard rake, used for distributing the coals inside the oven; garbage and recycling bags, used to collect waste and recyclable materials from your event; bucket of water for emergencies; bucket of sand and shovel, used to extinguish the coals and fire; oven mitts, used to protect the oven user's hands from hot surfaces; lighter or matches, used to light the fire inside the oven; rolling pins, used to spread out the dough; spoons, used to smooth sauce onto the pizza dough and for adding ingredients to recipes; knives or pizza cutter, used to cut the dough and other ingredients; oven or barbecue thermometer, used to measure the temperature inside the oven; the wooden peel, used to place the pizza in the oven; the metal peel, used for removing the pizza from the oven; tables, used for preparing the pizza dough and for serving. A cellular phone should be readily available in case of an emergency. Firewood. You will need to bring firewood with you, including both kindling and split hardwood. Also, bring newspapers or plain paper to help start the fire. The amount you will need will depend on how many people you will be serving and what you are making. Talk to a local supervisor for guidance. Note, you may not use any of the following in the oven: pressure-treated wood, creosote-treated wood, any other treated or painted wood, wooden skids, old furniture, fire-starting fluids, chemicals, construction waste, household waste, rubber or rubber products, plastic or plastic products, or waste petroleum products. Food ingredients. You will need to bring all of the cooking ingredients that you will need to cook or bake your items. Post a list of all ingredients being used to cook or bake at the event to inform participants of any possible allergens. Note, if you are planning to serve or distribute your baked goods to members of the public, prior to baking, you will need to make sure that the food is prepared in a certified community or commercial kitchen. There may be a kitchen at a nearby community recreation center that you can book. Consult with your customer service representative for more information. Additionally, you will need to ensure that you are familiar with and meet safe food handling and preparation guidelines set out by Toronto Public Health. Details about these guidelines can be found on the city's website. Please note that private events are not subject to this requirement. On the day of your event, you will need to prepare the oven before you start to heat up or fire the oven. Unlock the opening to the outdoor oven. Make sure you put the lock in a safe place, away from the oven doors, so that it does not get hot or stolen. Clean out the oven if ashes or coals are still inside. To do this, take your hard rake, flat side down, the spikes will scratch the oven, and drag the ashes or coals into a metal bucket. Do not drag the ashes or coals directly into a garbage bag. After the inside of the oven has been cleaned out, you are ready to begin heating the oven, also known as firing the oven. Remember to give yourself a few hours, 2 to 3, ahead of time to preheat the oven. Start your fire at the front of the bake oven. Place some crumpled newspaper in the oven and then lay about 10 small pieces of dry kindling on top. Finally, place 1 or 2 dry, seasoned hardwood logs on top of that. Use your lighter or matches to set the newspaper on fire. Blowing on or fanning the flames will help the fire spread and grow. After the fire gets going and the top logs have started to burn down, add 2 to 3 logs so that the flames reach the top of the oven. Be careful not to add too much wood at once. Bigger is not better. The fire should be built so that it stays inside the oven. Once the fire is burning well, check on the fire every 20 minutes or so and add wood to keep the fire going. Do not leave the oven unattended with the door open and unlocked. Using your metal rake, push the fire towards the back and sides of the oven to ensure the oven floor and walls are evenly heated while making space for the pizza. On average, after the fire has been burning for about 2 to 3 hours, the oven should be ready to use. You can use this time to set up the tables and prepare your ingredients. Discuss general heating times with the local supervisor. After your event has finished and you are done using the oven, please remember to do the following. Remain in the general area for about an hour while the fire inside the oven dies down. During this time, you can work on cleaning up the area and packing up your supplies. Spreading out the coals allows them to die more quickly. It will take a few hours for the coals and embers to cool down completely. To ensure this is done safely, close the oven doors, put the lock back in place, and secure the lock. Ensure that the general area around the outdoor oven is left in a clean state and that all waste and recyclable materials from your event are removed. Also remove any extra wood that was not used. Any tools that were loaned to you for the event must be returned to the local supervisor along with the keys to the outdoor oven. Contact the local supervisor to make arrangements if not done already. If at any time the fire gets out of control, call 911. Follow the instructions given by the 911 operator. Move yourself and all members of your group to a safe distance away from the fire and outdoor oven. Notify the local supervisor after the event. At all times, you should have a bucket of sand and a shovel and/or a bucket of water next to the outdoor oven in case you need to extinguish the fire or hot coals immediately. If water is used to extinguish the fire or hot coals, be sure to stay back as much as possible as this will cause steam to vent. Here are some additional tips related to general safety to remember when using an outdoor oven. The inside of the outdoor oven gets quite hot. Avoid getting too close. Keep hair tied back. Avoid wearing loose clothing when operating the oven. Establish a work zone for oven operators to prevent event participants from getting too close to the fire and to give the persons operating the oven room to work. Thank you for watching. Have a safe event. For more information, visit toronto.ca/parks/permits.